Forgot to tick us as spectators. Playing a mean Matak right now. Okay. What is up, everyone? It is Lovenji Gaming here, and once again, it's another VOD, it's another stream. We are here with the Populous Quarantine Tournament. This is game number 2 between Divinity Slaves member 00IT, or Do It, and Gods of Destruction's player Prisega, also known as Loot Hill. So of course we've got Prisega in the red, and we have got Do It in the blue. This is a 1v1 variation of the map Face Off. It is called Face Me. It's quite popular amongst these tournament settings. With me, but not talking, is Babo from Clan OP. He is providing a silent stream. So, as we know with Face Off, this is generally progressing a little bit slower than the first game, which we saw, which was the 1v1 variation of Pressure Point that has red and yellow face each other, which is Yggdrasil. And we're going to be seeing some converts. Prisega has not yet opted to fight for the middle, and he's actually going to leave control of the middle, or what remains of it, no, what seems like all of it, to 00 Shaman, or Do It. If I call him 00 Shaman, that was his original name before he changed it. So we've got towers going up on the high ground. Generally when you're playing this map, the high ground is a big priority, so seeing these towers go up quick is good. As you can see, Babo does notice a couple of things that I miss, and there's 4 wilds, 5 wilds, 6 wilds, 7, 8, 9, 10 wilds, 11, 12. He's 13, 14. There are 14 wildies on this hill. He had a little bit of a lag spike as the Shamans trade blasts. And it's in favour of Prisega, who manages to get some beautiful shots off, and it actually takes out Do It. He could secure control of the hill, but right now he doesn't want to. He's just flexing his shaman's muscles, showing that I can kill you if I want you. The Fire Warrior going up really quickly. This is not standard on Face Off, but it could be good with these towers already in place. Some early Fire Warriors getting into these towers might help him hold middle, particularly if he's not feeling confident about the blast battle. But if I was blue, I'd want to be respawning, and as Babo's already pointed out, I'd want to be grabbing what remains of these wildies. There's so many left. This is a big boost to population on a map as small as Face Off. It's not like Pressure Point where you can easily get a 40 pop convert without even trying. As you can see, base is being built out properly on this side. Lots of huts going down. Slower building here. These huts aren't facing each other, which we already know annoys the heck out of Babo. Defensive towers already. He's assuming the defensive position before he's forced to. This variation does have extra wood, so this does not hurt you as much as it would in the actual face-off map. Both of these bases have extra wood in their base as a start. It's one of the variations that make this a good 1v1 map. Of course, we've got Braves working in the centre. These wildies are dying off. We're not seeing them get converted. There's still 2 down here that could be grabbed. It's not very much mana, and they will pay off in dividends if you grab them. Got defensive towers from Prisega as well. Hasn't put one on this hill yet, but he has got one here. He's flattened this out. He's got a hut on there. He's just waiting for his followers to build on it. We'll see more huts going down here. Wood is being moved, and we miss it. There's a light out from Do It. That's great. He kills Prisega's shaman, but does he have any mana to follow that up? He's flexing the light, but what's he going to do with that opportunity? The shaman's going to be up and alive before you can charge a second light. So if you're just charging lights and killing the shaman this early on, you're not going to be doing anything effective. There's the Fire Warrior hut for Prisega. This is what I was talking about. Players do like a much later Fire Warrior hut on this map. especially if they're confident in their ability to take the mid. We haven't seen the warrior hut yet. We can expect it to be over here somewhere, as this turned out to be a hut as well. Hut going up here, and it's an almost complete base for the Gods of Destruction player. Meanwhile, there's been a hut completed for Do It. His front is still very incomplete. He is getting up his warrior hut though, that's good to see. He's got space for a couple more huts dotted around, but he's at least got half a base, and he's making use of the high ground. This is at least good. This can put him on a hut advantage if he can hold these huts, keep these towers filled, maybe even get some fire warriors in one of the huts as well. Just keep building all over the middle. But of course, Prisega is not even going to fight for the mid at this rate. He's already land bridging. These are going to be huts. He's going to expand outwards, but he's now threatening the side door. And this is something that Do It is going to have to be aware of now, because he can't just hold this hill forever. He's only one land bridge away from getting attacked at the side of his base. Comes another Shaman showdown. The Earthquake is good. It's good to see Do It actually throwing out some damage, and he's going to be casting the first Earthquake of the game. It gets one hut, sets another 3 on fire. Good amount of pop damage. We're seeing some land bridges going down. A potential side door maybe, as Prisega continues to expand his base. Prisega likes his mana, he likes his huts. He likes to just boom his population more than he likes to use his troops, and he's showing it here. Getting additional space for additional huts, threatening another avenue of attack. He can now attack from the front, the middle, or the side. All of these angles are now open, and it puts 00 Shaman, or Do It, in an awkward position. Unless Prisega attacks like that, another light knocks him straight into the water, and these are all ghosts, so they mean next to nothing. Oh no, a couple of them were real. Mostly ghosts. One real dude. And that attack was put down like it was nothing. Additional defensive towers are going to cover the front, but Do It still needs to be aware. There are 1, 2, 3 ways into his base right now, and he needs to make sure all of them are adequately covered, or that he keeps eyes on the Shaman constantly. Prisega could make use of something like a Ghost Shaman to try and trick Do It into thinking he's attacking in one direction when he's attacking in another. But he doesn't think he needs it. He's going for the obvious land bridge. He's expanding upwards. He doesn't even want this water here anymore. He's getting fed up of being knocked into it. Even more space for huts as he expands outwards. Gets his Shaman patrolling on the high ground. Just gotta watch a Shaman dipping into a tower on this middle ground, but otherwise he's alright to sit there and dance. Braves trying to get that tree are going to be told no by the Fire Warriors and sent back. This tree as well. These 2 trees are not in Prisega's control right now. Has he got trees elsewhere? He has got one. He's got some wood piles lying around. But he's cut down a good chunk of his trees. And the trees that he does have access to, he can actually reach safely. Meanwhile, a lot slower building coming out from Do It, but he does have more trees because he has the middle. He has access to all of these trees here. He has access to his front trees still. He needs to get his population up. He needs to get those huts upgrading, and he needs to train some troops. I can't guess exactly what population they'd be on. I don't have that information, but with these many huts and this unharassed, you want to see more than one warrior who's just going to get knocked into the water. Of course, Loot Hill in that time, with that one warrior attack, he wasn't even bothered about it because he is coming in with the land bridge on the side. There is a fire warrior in the tower, but the Tornado is going to take care of him. Tornado takes up care of the backup hut. Ghosts come charging forward. Loot Hill actually respecting the lightning skills of Do It, dodging the lights, making sure he's careful. He's not rushing in. He's playing this patiently. And it's a blast battle between the 2 Shamans. Seems Do It does not have any more lights. And that's going to give Prisega the opportunity to actually get deep into the base. Another tornado goes down, taking out one of these huts. He's being very careful. He doesn't want to get caught by fire warriors hidden in huts. Blast make both shamans roll down off of this hill. Are there any earthquakes coming out for Prisega? The blast pushed the shaman into the water. The base is exposed. It's wide open. Prisega can do whatever he wants at this point. Doesn't matter that Double O Shaman or Do It has access to the mid. The earthquake is good. It is deep. It gets one hut. It sets fire to another. This may burn down. And this hut's been shaken down. This hut's incomplete. The Fire Warrior hut is now out of action for a while. Warriors do clean up Prisega, but now there's an exposed avenue of attack. And warriors are charging in. Couple of warriors distract a couple of them, but there's still way more. Good blast knocks those two in with very little problem. The second blast is not as good, and he's just pushing these warriors further into his base at this point. Burns one of his wood piles, but he does get a direct blast on one of them. And there is a warrior here, slowly charging. Is he after the shaman? Who knows? Oh, another lag spike. We may have just desynced. Nope, we've caught up. Maybe. That was the weirdest lag spike I've ever seen, but it looks like all the players felt it, as suddenly we watched about 10 seconds of gameplay unfold in one. That is a new way to play Populous. Modders, get on it. Bavo has been charging a land bridge. He is not following the rules of Tournament Spectator, in which you charge only Volcano. But the lightning is good. I right-click on my Shaman, and Prisega goes down again to these lights. He needs to be more careful. His only successful attack was when he respected the lights of Do It and actually invested effort into dodging them. He's not doing that again, and he's getting killed. Meanwhile, there are warriors about. They are causing havoc. They are killing everything in sight in the middle of this map. The high ground means nothing to a bunch of angry men with swords, but Do It is trying to find a way in, but the shaman, the fire warriors were shift-clicked onto him. They get the blast and they push him into the water, and, well, you saw what he typed. He's not happy about that. He's losing control of this high ground rapidly now. These huts have been here so long that they'd actually managed to get to large hut size. Could have put some fire warriors in there to prevent exactly this happening, but he didn't. And now Prisega's on the high ground. He has emerged from the top of the hill. He knows his warriors have done a great job of clearing up all the threats. He doesn't need to worry about these huts. These are exposed. These are vulnerable. This is where the population is. One earthquake goes down, another earthquake goes down, double earthquake at the front, and the lightning doesn't even find the revenge kill. Shaman is dizzy and then sinks into the water. So many huts go down, so much pop goes down. That figure says Do It. He is not happy about the way things transpired there. Now, as we can see, true to his playstyle, these huts are slowly being managed. There's dismantling going on, even now. There's upgrading going on, even now. This large hut's already on its way to be repaired. Aren't any more plans down, but troops are pouring to the middle. They are going to take all of this down, clean it up, and probably establish their own little empire. Both shamans are up. Do It's at least being very good about keeping his shaman moving constantly, even if it is only on a patrol. Land bridge is good. It's going to, because this was all water, none of this should be damaged, and you can easily build on it very quickly. But this was the other attack vector that we warned about. There was a hut in guard tower in place with an extra fire warrior for protection, but the EQ undoes all that hard work. The tower goes down, the fire warriors go down, and half the land that Do It has just created has now turned once again back into water. Another hut finds itself damaged, and there's There's the other land bridge saying, I want to build here and you will not stop me. But look at this tide of fire warriors. How is Duet going to be able to handle this many? Does he even see the ones coming down the hill at him? He gets a good kill with the first blast. A blast trick saves him from the second blast. But there's just even more fire warriors coming. He tries to get the light. He's only got eyes on Prisega's shaman. He ignores the fire warriors completely and he dies for it. He can't be happy about that passage of play. What we really would have liked to have seen out of Duet there was a swarm at the very least, that many troops. Yes, it scatters them, yes, it sends them running around, but it at least enables you a few seconds to focus on Duet's shaman. On Prisega's shaman. Prisega casts another deep earthquake. And he's even shaman camping now. This patrol here on the edge of the court means that when the shaman dies at respawn, she's immediately going to get blasted into the air. She's going to take a quick flying lesson. She's going to hit the ground. And she's going to perish. Of course, you can respond to the chain blast from this as spawn camping. Prisega says, be right back. The spawn camp does not work. Duet does survive. And then he walks back into the fire warriors. And the Braves, as Prisega says, I hope my Braves can finish this because I'm be right back. And whilst AFK, the Braves are pouring in. They are dismantling everything. Blue loses his last bit of population, and that is the end of this match.